All right, everybody, good afternoon. It's Monday. It's time for a bit of a moderate session, a bit of a flow session we've got going on today. So we haven't done any sun salutations in a while, so we've got 3, maybe 4 that we're going to do this afternoon. Not a problem. Remember, we have a lot of variations we can do in our sun salutations, so you're more than welcome, of course, to do those variations as such. Now, we're going to start seated, keep everybody happy. We'll be on the mat. So we're seated with legs bent. Oh yeah, we're going there. Let's start and get it over with right now. Navasana, boat pose. So you can take your hands behind your knees if you like. Bring one leg up and then the other. But for most of you, arms are out to your sides and the legs can stay bent. But every now and then, I want you to try to extend the legs up. It takes a lot of energy here, but let's work it. We have a lot of energy right now as we're winding down our Monday. So let's hold here and breathe. Stay strong with it. Looks good. Leg muscles are engaged. Remember, the worst thing that happens is you roll back, which will be bad if you've got a hard wall behind you. And recover. Nice. Woo. So we're working on the core. Got to keep the core engaged, supporting that lower back as well. Navasana. Yeah, getting these out the way now will work great for us. All right, number 2, numero dos, let's go. Lift up into boat pose. From a side, looking a bit like a V. We're trying to get those legs up a little higher, the torso a little closer to the legs. Your breath in and out through the nose. Inhale deep, exhale deep. Try to keep the mouth closed. Quadriceps are engaged. 2 more breaths right here. And recover. Nice. Give it a couple of breaths. Just let it go and release. As always, with all of our sessions, you do what you can. Don't fight if you just can't do all of it all the time, okay? All right, last one, boat pose. 3 for Monday. Legs are up. Keep the legs bent. If it's getting a bit difficult at this point, and you can have this one leg kicked up, rocket style. Just notice the difference is how many muscles you're working or not working by having the legs extended or having them bent. And of course, if you're taking it a little easier today, one or both hands are behind your knees, then you're using your biceps a little more to get that torso up and to hold up the legs. Lots of options here. All right, one more breath in. And on the exhale, release the feet. Let's come to all fours. Or quad pose, as I like to call it. All right, if you're on hardwood floor, go ahead and get a blanket or a towel for your knees if you need to, please. All right, from all fours, let's start with the left leg. Extend it back. Your toes are on the mat or on the floor. Push the heel towards the wall behind you. So the toes are on the mat. We're working not only the inner arches of that left foot, but wow. The Achilles, the calf, even the quadriceps engage as you push that heel towards the wall behind you. Shoulders come behind the wrist a bit here. Hold here and breathe. And recover. Bring the left knee in. Take the right leg out. Toes are down and push the right heel towards the wall behind you. So your toes are on the floor, giving you a good grip there. It's like a runner's lunge almost right before you take off running. You're pushing a little bit with your hands on the floor, pushing the whole of your torso into that right leg. Looks good. Feels good here. One more breath. And recover. Woo. All right. Other side. Left leg. This time, bring the left leg up. Rotate that left foot to the left and to the right a few times. All right, go ahead and bend at the knee and open at the hip. So we're trying to keep the shoulders and the hips square to the front of our mat, and we're trying to stack the hips. So we're taking that left foot over, lifting the left knee up a little higher. So yeah, I don't want you to roll the whole of your body to the right. Try to keep everything focused on the front. Just lift the knee up and take the leg back. and down. Great, other side. Right leg comes up, keep it parallel to the mat. Rotate that foot to the left and to the right a few times, please. All right, go ahead and bend at the knee and let's open up at the hip. That's it, lift, breathe, engage, hold here. And take that right leg straight back and down. Woo, nice. Okay, we're on all fours still. I want you to take the hands, move the hands forward on your mat, maybe about 6 to 10 inches here. Now push the hips towards the heels. Keep the arms extended. Keep the fingers pressing into the mat as your hips press to the heels. That's it. You're going to feel this in the upper back and the shoulders. Keep the hips pushing towards the heels. Hands are pressing into the mat. Nice work. Keep that head relaxed. You're looking at the mat. Just, right where the elbows are, right down towards the mat. That's where you're looking. One more breath. And on your exhale, bring it up. Slide the hands back a bit. So you're bringing your hands back until the shoulders are over the wrist. All right, chin and chest. We're doing some chest, shoulder, and upper back work. Here we go. Keep your butt in the air. I want you to bring your chin and chest down towards the mat. Your elbows are bending towards your knees. Touch your chin on the mat. And press up slowly. Groovy. Numero dos. Let's do it again. Bring it down slowly. Elbows are bending towards the knees. Chin and chest coming down. Butt stays in the air. Chin touches the mat. And press up slowly yet again. Woo! Okay. Hey, that was easy enough. Let's do a fun one here. And no cheating at home. Keep your hands and knees there. Just lean forward. Lean forward. Debbie, Amy, Olivia, lean forward. Thank you. And now chin and chest come down. Chin touches the mat. Press up slowly. That's it. And bring it back. All right, give it a second here. Just rest. Woo! Taking all the pressure off of the wrists and off of the shoulders. Remember, for this session and all others, drink water whenever you need to. All right. So far, so good. All fours. Balasana, our traditional child's pose. Just press the hips towards the heels, and you can swing your arms to the sides of the body, taking all the pressure off of the shoulders. You can rest your head on your mat. And if it's too much of a distance here, you can put a block underneath your head. I make it a little more comfortable for you that way. Give me 2 deep breaths right here. And recover. Let's bring it up to all fours. All right, from all fours. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's come underneath our toes initially and lift the knees off the mat and keep a bend in the knees. Keep your knees bent about halfway. Press your hips towards the wall behind you. You're lengthening the arms and your head is relaxed in between the arms. You're looking at your feet or your knees, or maybe the wall behind you. All right, so far so good. We're nice and long from our fingertips through the arms, through the shoulders, all the way through to the tailbone. It's nice and flat, or as flat as we're trying to get here. All right, go ahead and lift the hips, lower the heels towards the mat. If your heels don't touch the mat, no big deal. Hey, let's walk it out. Lift one heel, lower the other. Say walking this out just a bit. And bring the heels up. Come onto your toes. Yeah, see how few toes you can be on. Lift the heels, and heels come down. All right, as your heels reach towards the mat, your hands are flat on the mat. Hands are about shoulders width apart, wider if necessary. And child's pose. So bring the knees down slowly. Any variation, folks, as your hips go to your heels, keep the arms extended, or fold your arms, or swing your arms to the sides, which is always nice because it gets all the pressure off of the shoulders. We're here for 3 breaths, wherever you're at, 3 deep breaths. Engage that diaphragm as you exhale. And recover. All 4s. Okay, let's try this again. Downward facing dog. So come onto your toes, lift the legs up, and try to bring the heels to the mat. Okay, so far so good. We're here. Check yourselves out, please. Hands are about shoulders width apart. Fingers are spread, but favor the pinky. Heads relaxed in between the arms. Your heels may not be on the mat, but we're trying to get them there with time. Now, you can take your feet and maybe walk them forward a little bit. That will increase the difficulty level, but you might get your feet, your heels on the mat doing it that way. Or try taking the feet back a few inches and doing the same thing. Go somewhere a little different from where you normally are with this. All right, 2 more breaths here. And with that last exhale, child's pose. Ooh, lots of work on shoulders today. 3 breaths right here in child's pose as we recover, as we let go of that last posture. All right, here we go. All 4s. Woo. From all 4s. Let's do a side plank. We're going to do a side plank variation. So from where you are in all 4s, bring your left knee right behind your hands. Take the right leg and extend it. Right foot is flat. And then I want you to twist the torso and bring the right arm up and overhead. If you've got your balance, you can look up. Pass that right hand towards the ceiling. If not, just look at the mat for your balance. Your core is engaged, arms extended. 1 more breath in, and release and recover. Back to all 4s. Okay, let's do the other side. So the right knee comes up just behind the hands. The left leg extends, the left foot is flat, left arm comes up. So plant that left foot onto the mat. Keep it flat, anchor it there as we lift up, and maybe even look up. Play that by ear though, how you're feeling today. Reach, extend, and breathe. Nice, and recover. Whew. Groovy, love it. Downward facing dog. Let's do it, folks. Come on to downward facing dog. We're here for 2 breaths. 1 more breath in. And on your exhale, step forward or walk your hands back. And we're going to roll up slowly. Your hands can come on top of the knees as you bend your legs a bit more and roll up. All the way to standing and shake it off a bit. All right. Okay. Feeling pretty good so far. All right, let's try some side work, some lateral work here. So the feet, if your balance is feeling pretty good today, the feet can be together. If not, don't worry about it. The feet can be apart, say no wider than your hips here. All right, let's start with the left arm. We're going to bring the left arm up. Try to get that left bicep near the left ear. So that arm's coming up and back a little bit. That right hand can rest right on top of the right leg. Okay, here we go. We're going to push the hips to the left and bring the torso down to the right. Keep the hips pushing to the left. Torso comes down to the right. You can look down at the mat if you're losing balance. If not, take the gaze up past that left arm to the ceiling. Keep the left arm active. Keep the left arm reaching over to the right side. And keep breathing. Don't stop breathing here. and recover. Woo, I'm going to swing the left arm up, then bring the right arm up. The left hand comes down to the left leg. There we go. Looks good. Push the hips to the right. Torso comes down to the left. As always, keep that right hand active. Keep that whole right arm active as it reaches over to the left side. Keep your hips pushing. Use energy to push the hips towards the right. If you've got your balance, you're looking up past that right arm towards the ceiling. Hang here and breathe. Looks good. And recover. Just bring the right arm up. Woo, and down. Shake it off. Great. Okay. I think we're warmed up. Sun Salutations are next. Sun Salutation A. So we'll work the first one with all the variations and have some fun in the other two. All right, so let's start into Tadasana, mountain pose. Go ahead and lift all 10 toes. Try to spread the toes out if you can. The toes are out and down onto the mat. Legs are firm, stomach is in, chest is soft, shoulders. Bring them up, back, and down. Fingers are energized towards the floor. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's inhale the arms up to the ceiling. On your exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees soft as we reach for the mat, top of the feet or the shins. Come up halfway with the breath. And on your exhale, we're coming down to all fours. So hands can come down, then one knee, then the other. This is a great variation for this posture. All right, from all fours, keep your hands and knees there. Lean forward a little, chin and chest come down. And then take the legs straight back. So we're lying flat on the mat. Your big toes are together, feet are flat, and your hands are underneath your shoulders. Keep the elbows tucked in, please. This is Cobra pose. Lift chin and chest. All right, we're not coming up too much here. I call it a baby cobra, so not a lot of pressure on the hands. But keep those elbows tucked in. The shoulders away from the ears. The feet are flat on the mat, and we're working on our back. Inhale. Exhale, release the chin and chest to the mat. Push up to all fours. And downward dog. So come underneath the toes and lift yourself up into your best posture of downward dog. So, okay, we're here for 3 full deep breaths. Make minor corrections as you need to in your posture. Core is in, legs are elongated. If you've got back issues though, a small bend in the knees is fine. All right, breathe in deep. On your exhale, step or float your feet to your hands and come up halfway. Some of us are floating, some are taking just a couple of steps. Either way, those hands can brace on the legs. Give me a flat back, please. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And as you inhale, reverse, lift up, reach up, extend all the way up. Let's do it again. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way down. Halfway up with the breath. On your exhale, come to all fours or a high push-up. So if you need to come to all fours, please do it. If not, if you can do a high push-up, make it happen. All right, from where you are, do it again. Lean forward, bring it down slowly. All the way. Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Lift chin and chest. This time, add some pressure on the hands against the mat. Lift your chin and chest up a little higher. Keep your head neutral though. Keep the elbows tucked in and the feet flat. All right, inhale. And on your exhale, downward dog. So you can come to all fours or just do a bit of a reverse push-up and push back into downward facing dog. Okay, we're here for 3 breaths. 3 deep breaths. Looking pretty good here. All right, on that last breath in, on the exhale, step or float your feet forward, come up halfway. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. You can come up center line if you like as well. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do it again. Come up halfway with the breath. Exhale to all fours or a high push-up. Remember, if this is one of your Mondays that weren't the best Mondays, come to all fours. You'll be fine. All right, lean forward. Bring it down. Halfway if you can. All the way if you must. I'm still here. All right, upward facing dog or cobra. If you're doing upward facing dog, the arms are extended, the knees and thighs are off the mat, top of the feet are on the mat. Inhale, exhale to downward facing dog. From wherever you are, come on to all fours if necessary and bring yourselves up to downward facing dog. That's a mouthful. Okay, get comfortable here. We've got 3 deep breaths right here. In some forms of yoga, this is our resting posture, believe it or not. All right, last breath in. On your exhale, step or float forward. Come up halfway, please. Give me that flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift. Reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the arms to the sides and shake it off. Whew. Thank you, Ray. Okay. All right. Padangusthasana. It's where we take our peace fingers and grab our big toes on this one. Now, if you're unable to grab your big toes, you can always grab your ankles, your shins, or reach behind your legs, your calves maybe, and grab your hands or your wrists, okay? So if you're unable to reach down low enough to grab your peace fingers to your big toes, lots of options. Also, a strap or a towel works great as well. You can always step on the strap and use that strap to pull the torso down. So lots of options here. All right, folks, from where you're at, the feet, this is another one where if you've got great balance and you're working on it today, feet can be together. If not, feet can be apart, no wider than your hips. Hands on hips. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, forward fold, and release your grip. Hands to your feet or ankles or shins, whatever variation you've got today. Okay, from where you're at, I want you to look forward at the top of your mat. Inhale deep, exhale, pull. So relax your head. Use the power of your arms to pull your torso down. I want you to kiss your knees. Some of you have your foreheads near your shins at this point, which is great. Hold there. You're working on breath. Your breath is restricted. I get it. Hang in there. Only there for about 3 more breaths. Come in a little tighter, a little deeper. As you exhale, move into that space. 1 more breath here. And release your grip. Bend your knees softly and roll up slowly. Matter of fact, bend your knees a little more as necessary. Just get a nice funky roll up. Woo! Awesome. Small back bend might be in order here. Hands on hips, pelvis forward, lift the heart, and bring it up to neutral. Okay, Parsvottanasana is next. This is the intensive Eastern stretch, working mainly on those hamstrings. So let's start by bringing the right leg back just a couple of feet. You can always adjust this back foot, taking it back further or bringing it up closer. Now for this one, your left leg, keep it long, keep it straight, okay? All right, hands on hips. Inhale, lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold, and those hands come down the legs, reaching for the mat. Now, if you can't reach the mat, you can always use a block or 2 blocks. If you just have 1 block, that's fine. If you can reach the mat, great. Hey, we're trying to keep that leg straight as long as you can, okay? We don't try not to bend this leg. The back leg, you can take it back a few inches, bring it up, intensifying that stretch a little more. So the closer you bring that back foot up, the deeper the stretch gets. Once again, we're trying to kiss that left knee. Keep that head relaxed. I trust you feel this. Remember, anybody who gets a cramp, solar plexus of the leg, just come out of our posture, okay? Come out of it if you get a cramp. All right, we're happy here. Pull your core, your stomach in, and lift the torso. Try to keep those feet exactly where they're at. And now step up. Woo! Let's do the other side. The left leg steps back, a couple of feet here. This time, our torso is featured, and we're going to do a forward fold over that front leg, the right leg. Hands on hips. Inhale, lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands down the leg towards the mat. Okay, keep the torso long. Once again, use a block if you need to. Don't go too deep in this. If you feel discomfort, that's fine. If you're feeling pain, that's a problem. So I don't want you to feel any pain with these postures. If you're not down that far, so you can reach the mat, you can always brace your hands on your leg, okay? Keep your core in. I still want most of your upper body, torso, to come from that core and keeping yourself up here. Don't just hang out and use your hands all your weight against that front leg. All right, here we go. We're looking good. Pull your core in, keep it tight, and lift the torso. Lift the torso. Nice, and step up. Woo. Shake it off. So far, so good. Wow, lots of work there. Okay, dancer's pose is next. Let's get one balancing posture in today. That'll do us well. All right, I'm going to turn to the side just a bit so we can see this one. If you need a wall or a chair, go ahead and get near a wall or chair at this point to balance on. All right, take your left hand up. Palm is up as if you're asking for money. Take the hand out to the side, drop it, and pick up that left foot, ankle or shin, wherever you can grab. All right, try to bring the knees together. Now the right hand can go to a wall, a chair, or it can go straight up towards the ceiling. Try to connect that left knee and right arm, okay? Keep them together. Let's start by bringing the left knee back and bringing the torso down. You're not coming down too far here, okay? Not much. Typically, we only come down as far as we can maintain our balance. With time, you're gonna get pretty deep with this posture, but it may not happen today. So this is hang out, have some fun with this one. Keep the right arm engaged as it reaches towards the ceiling. Keep that left knee coming back a bit more. And recover. Ooh. And you get that one all around. All right, other side. The right palm is up. Take the palm out to the side. Drop it and pick up the right foot, ankle, or shin, wherever you can. Bring the knees together. Left arm comes up. And as always, that left hand can go to a wall or to a chair if you need to work on your balance. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. Other than that, let's do it. Bring that right knee back and bring the torso down. I mean, sooner or later, we'll have our torso down so it's parallel to the mat, almost like a T in Texas, with a little twirly twip on the top with our leg. Other than that, just hang out here. Keep that left leg strong, work on your balance. If you focus in on something that's not moving, that's good, but don't focus too much, because that'll just lose your balance. A couple of breaths here. Tighten up that right leg, lift it up a little higher. Torso comes down at about an inch, and recover. Ooh. Wow. Top to bottom, we're making it work tonight. Okay, enough of the balancing work. Let's come down for Cobra pose. We've done a few of these already, so let's have some fun with these. Cobra is all about working and focusing on the back. So, lying on your stomach, big toes together, feet are flat, hands are right underneath your shoulders here, chin is on the mat. Let's start with a baby cobra. Lift chin and chest. So when I say baby cobra, no pressure on the hands. Your head is neutral, looking at the mat. Good. All right, now let's add some pressure on the mat and lift your torso up a couple of inches higher. Not much, but you're definitely working your biceps now as you lift your torso up a little. Looks good. Feet are still flat. Your hips may or may not be cinched tight. You don't really need to cinch your hips, but you can. That's fine. All right, come down just a little. Hold here. Now, see if you can keep your torso where it's at, and then bring your arms up and clasp your hands behind you. I know, it's a lot for today, but give it a shot. Hey, if you can't clasp your hands behind you, just extend your arms behind you. Chin and chest are up, arms are off the mat, feet, legs are still on the mat. One more breath in. Exhale, release to the mat slowly. Oh yeah. So far, so good. Child's pose, balasana. So let's push up to all fours. And then back, hips to heels, into your best posture of balasana. Arms extended or folded or swept to the sides. All right, one more breath here. And lift up the torso. We're going to be on our knees at this point. This is camel pose or ustrasana. So the knees and feet are about 6 to 8 inches apart. We'll take the hands on that low back, fingers pointing towards the floor. Okay, I want you to push that pelvis forward, roll the shoulders back. You can keep your head neutral or keep it aligned with the torso, but keep the pressure on the pelvis, keep it moving forward. Lift the heart just a little bit towards the ceiling. It's a back bend, yeah, it's a pretty big back bend. For those of you that can, you're more than welcome to release your hands to your heels. If you're unable to reach your heels, come onto your toes. And if you still can't reach your heels, keep your hands on your lower back, okay? Lots of options. Be safe, have some fun with it. And recover slowly. Bring the torso all the way down. We're going to recover out of this completely. My head's coming all the way to the mat. We're just about a breath here. And we're bringing it up to all fours. It's Ekapada, Rajakapatasana. It's pigeon pose. Okay, let me show you the standard and then I'll show you the variation. From all fours, you can take your left knee to your left wrist. And once you get your left knee to the left wrist, you can bring that left foot out a bit. We're trying to get that left shin parallel to the front of the mat. I'm not doing it. You may not be either. That's fine. Go where you can. We'll extend that right leg back a bit. And you can keep your torso here or fold your arms and rest your head on your arms. Pigeon pose, going into the hip. Now, if this is too much, do the variation. We're going to lie down on our backs, legs bent, and we'll cross the left foot over the right knee. You can take that left hand on the inside of that left knee, or thread the needle, reach behind the right leg and bring it up. So the closer you bring that right knee, the deeper to the left hip you go. And one more variation. Some of you can extend the right leg, reach over and grab from behind the calf. If you can do this while keeping your head on the mat, great. If not, don't sweat it. Find another variation for yourself. Okay, we've been here for a couple of breaths. Hang in here. Pigeon can be pretty tight, but it's a great posture working into the hips. It really is. And recover. So if you're doing the standard pigeon, just come up to all fours and shake that leg out. If you're already on your backs, switch legs now. Go ahead and switch legs and we'll get into the other side. Okay, for those of you doing the standard pigeon, bring the right knee up. Extend that right foot. We're trying to get that right shin parallel to the front and extend the left leg all the way back. Now, this is not my best side because I don't have the best knee in the world on this side. So I'm going to do the variation. I'm going onto the back and I'm crossing the right foot over the left knee. So remember, we have lots of variations in our practice. Where it works great for you on one side, it may not work for you in the other. In my case, it doesn't work for me in the other, and I'm good with that. All right. If you're on your back with this one, keep some pressure on that right knee and the inside of the knee. Doing outward pressure, don't worry, you'll feel it along the inside and outside of the leg and into the right hip. We're here for about 3 more breaths. Hang in there, folks. We're doing great. Any luck? Somebody's actually broken a sweat other than me. And recover. Nice. If you're doing a standard pigeon, just shake that leg out, please. We're going to come to a seated posture. I'm just going to extend both of my legs up a bit here. Roll to the right. Mediachina, a seated posture. So we're seated. It's a seated twist. I stand corrected. The Mediachina, you sit much. All right, let's start in Dandasana, staff pose. So this is where we start a lot of our seated postures. We're seated, legs extended, flex the feet. So the toes are coming back at you. The heels are pushing out towards the wall in front of you. Torso is nice and tall. Shoulders are up, back, and down. We're almost seated at attention. All right, ease up just a bit here. All right, let's start by crossing that left foot. We're gonna bend the left leg. And let's cross that left foot over the right leg. We're gonna twist to the left. So I'm gonna hold my right hand on that left knee. My left hand comes behind me to help support the torso, and we twist to the left. Trying to push, bring that left leg into your lower abdominal organs. Good massage there as you twist, twist, twist. And recover. Ooh. Thank you, Rain. Other side. Bend the right leg. And let's cross the right leg over the left leg. My left hand holds on to that right knee. My right arm supports the torso. And we twist to the right. Now, use that left arm to pull that knee in towards you. You should have some compression of that right thigh into your lower abdominal organs. Good massage action as you get a good twist action on. And recover. Ooh, nice. All right, legs are extended out in front. Shake them off a bit. This is Paschimottanasana, a seated forward fold. Now for this one, if you've got a bad back, go ahead and bend the knees a little bit here, because we're going to reach forward and grab our toes. Now, if you know you can't reach your toes, a strap is great for this. And if you don't have a strap or a belt, feel free to use a towel. Remember, we can use anything in yoga for our postures here. Okay, if you can though, you're going for your peace fingers to your big toes. All right, let's try to keep that torso, the stomach, on the thighs. We're trying to go for a flat back and press forward. Now don't look down at your waist. Look at your feet or look beyond your feet. We're trying to keep that torso tall, long, and not rounded. Use the biceps to press your torso into the legs. Now some of you can start to extend the legs a bit, slide the heels out a little, bring the torso down a little more. Hold here, breathe, breathe, and breathe. And recover. Release your grip. Slowly roll the torso up. Hands next to the hips. Roll the shoulders up and back and lift the heart a little bit towards the ceiling. And recover. Okay. So far, so good, folks. Bridge pose. We're going to lie down on our backs. Legs are bent. Heels are close to the hips. Hands down next to the feet. Here we go. Press down, press your pelvis up. Hey, you can go ahead and roll underneath the shoulder blades a bit, and you can reach your hands out to grab your heels, your ankles, or clasp your hands together underneath your bum. Keep the knees somewhat close together. I don't want them all the way wide now. Keep pressing the pelvis up. That's it. Your chin gets a little closer to the chest. If you're feeling it today, go ahead and lift your toes off the mat or lift your heels off the mat. You can do either or. Have some fun with the posture. All right, press again. Press the pelvis up a little higher. And bring your heels or toes down. Release your hands if you have a grip and roll down. one vertebra at a time, all the way to the mat. Once your spinal column's on the mat, windshield wipe the knees left and right a few times. And bring the knees up to the chest, Apanasana, also known as wind-removing pose. And you can even rock a little bit, holding the knees in. So your arms are clasped on top or behind the knees. Just hold here and rock a little bit. And release the legs onto the mat. Arms are relaxed to the sides. Your toes fall open. Fingers start to curl up just a bit. We take a few breaths to actively relax every muscle group, starting from the toes. Feel the heels on the mat, the calves on the mat. Quadriceps, your thighs are relaxed, no tension there. Stomach sinks into the body. You feel the tension ease away from your chest, ease away from the shoulders. Your arms feel heavy. Your fingers curl in. You feel the lines pull back from around the mouth as you relax your tension around the mouth, around your cheeks, around your eyes, around your forehead. Three breaths. 3 slow, steady breaths. With your last inhale, on your exhale, start to bring some movement into the hands and wrists. Point, flex the feet. Arms come up towards the ceiling or overhead. Give me one long, deep stretch. And then disengage the stretch. Bend your knees into the chest a little and roll to the right. And let's come up to a comfortable seated posture. Any seated posture is fine. A few more breaths. And this is a feeling of you being unplugged from everything else and plugged into yourself. Take this feeling into the rest of your week. With a deep inhalation, lift the arms overhead, palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down past your third eye to your heart center. From your mat to your world, remember always to remain kind. Remain gentle. And always remember to stay fearless. Thank you for a great session this afternoon. Thank you and namaste.